Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Green Glow Gourmet. I'm your host, Roxanne, and today we're not making a recipe. I am actually going to show you how to compost your scraps or food that maybe fruits and vegetables that go bad because you haven't used them in time, like is what happens to me, and I get very upset because I hate wasting food. But I have the FoodCycler by Vitamix. It's a compost machine. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to show you how it works. It takes about 5.5 hours to grind everything up, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what it looks like. But I will show you the machine. This is the FoodCycler. It fits right on the counter. I use this about once a week. Very simple. You just twist it open. Inside, you pull out the bucket. And I keep all of my scraps in a Ziploc baggie in the refrigerator. So as soon as I finish eating my fruits and vegetables, if they're scraps, I just store them in a Ziploc bag, put it in the fridge, and then when it gets filled up, usually in about a week, 2 weeks max, I will put my scraps in and I will show you what this turns into. I have grapefruit rinds in here, I have banana rinds, I have all sorts of things, lemon rinds, vegetable scraps. So I just pour it in, and you cannot see this, so let me move it over here. I'm just pouring it in. I apologize, you can't see all this. And this is not all gonna fit, and you do not wanna overfill it. The grapefruit rinds are pretty large, so I'm gonna have to run this probably a couple of times to get everything in. I also have orange rinds in here, bananas. All right, so we're gonna take some of this out and put it back in the bag. And then it's filled up. There's an arrow on this bucket that will line up with the FoodCycler. There's an arrow inside. You spin it, you put the top back on, and you press the power button. And it's going to start composting. It has a few steps. The first thing it does is it dries everything out that's in that bucket. Then it will grind it, and then it will cool. It will beep when everything is ready. So when it is finished, I will come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, welcome back. I let the compost run overnight. So you can also do that too. If you don't feel like waiting, you just put everything in the evening, you wake up in the morning, and it will be complete. So I'm going to show you now the finished product of what it looks like with the FoodCycler by Vitamix once it is composted. So again, twist the top off, very simple. Pull the bucket out. And inside, you'll see the scraps. So what I usually do is I will take, it's very loose. Sometimes it gets a little crusty on the sides. I just take a sharp knife and just push it down. It will never be completely clean once you start using this all the time. But you can see the orange and the grapefruit scraps. They're dried out. What I do with this, two things. During the winter months when I'm composting but my garden is not in use because of the weather, I will put it in a 1 gallon Ziploc bag. I'll just keep pouring it into a Ziploc bag, keep it in the refrigerator. I usually get about 6 to 8 bags during the months where I'm not gardening. So during our winter months here in Maryland. So in May, around Mother's Day, when I start to plant, that's when I'll take out all my compost bags, which I just use a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, keep refilling it until it's full, and then get another one out. Then what I'll do is when I pour my soil into my garden beds, I will take out my compost bags and I'll mix it in with that soil. And then as I constantly compost during the summer months, right now I'm not going to have to store it in my refrigerator. So I don't even have to put it in a Ziploc bag. What I'll do is I will just take this outside and put it in a garden bed. And then the next time I compost, I'll put it into another garden bed. I mix it in with the soil that's already there, and it really does help your vegetables grow. So I have a vegetable garden. I alternate usually yearly on what I'm growing. This year, I always do tomatoes. I also am doing cucumbers, I'm doing strawberries, I'm doing squash, zucchini. So I have a few different things in there. I only have 3 raised garden beds, and I just mix it up with what I'm going to do each year. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe so you can see new videos and get recipes and tips and tricks every week. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, please put them below. I do answer all of them. And if you'd like to schedule a call to learn how to add more plants into your diet, you can go to my website at www.greenglowcoaching.com. And here's to a healthier you. I'll see you next week.